Hiya folk, I'm just coming on to do a quick tutorial. I've been making some gorgeous and so cute Halloween milk cartons, and they're just for me to put treats in for the kids in the street and my nieces and nephews and things. So I'm going to show you how to do it. The milk carton tutorial I actually got from Poodles, and that's Sam Donald, who's the Stampin' Up coordinator, or Stampin' Up representative, whatever you want to call her. But the decorating I've done myself. The labels I'm going to try and do a tutorial hopefully later on this evening, showing you how to do this type of image with some wording. They are done using dingbat fonts, and I will give you the name of them. I can't remember off the top of my head what they were, but when I'm doing them this evening you will be able to see what I'm doing. And while I'm there, I'm just going to adjust this lens a wee bit because that's a bit blurry. And now the squeegee. That's a bit better, I think. But as I said, that's there. And they're a good size. They're what? I think I measured them last night. They're 7 by 8. That's just 7 centimetres that way, 8 centimetres up the way, and then you've obviously got the wee lip at the top here. So you could fit a fair amount in there. Lollipops would fit in it no problem, and your wee jelly sweets and things. I just thought they were quite cute to do. And I've made so far 6, so I've still got 18 to do, but I have pre-cut everything now really, so it's just a matter of scoring and sticking the bits on now. But I'll give you a quick tutorial on it just so you can see what I'm doing. Another tip that I have just put on in Newbie News just before I've uploaded this, and it's to mark your scoreboard when you're mass producing. So I'm going to see if I can show this. Yeah, you can see it enough, but look up here, I have got a line which is for when I'm cutting, scoring on my long side, and then I've got a wee star, just like a wee cross, for when I'm cutting on the short side. And it really helps because you're not having to measure anything. I put it on with pro markers, and to take it off your board without any problems whatsoever, a tiny wee bit of alcohol blended solution and just a wee tissue, and it wipes straight off. But it's just so quick for when you're mass producing a lot of things, cards, boxes, anything along those lines that you're making a lot of. That is ideal because you don't need to mark anything. Right, so we're just scoring. First score is at 7. The second score is at 14. Third score is at 21. And the last score is at 28. And that's all centimetres. Turn it round to the short side, and then we're scoring at 7 again. Then we're scoring at 15. And then we're scoring at 19. And that's your scoring done. So simple. Right, so you've got this here. Alright, this bottom rectangle is coming out, so only cut out that you're taking out is this one here. So I'm just going to cut that out. Where did I put my scissors? My table's a bit of a riot just now, because I've been mass producing. I am literally caged in. Right, so we're cutting out this wee bottom one here. Just go up your score line and then cutting in, and then we just start folding. So our bottom one folding up, go along with your bone folder just to get a really nice crease. Then we're folding up again, and again just use your folding bone folder for a really nice crisp edge. Then this one here at the top, the shortest one, we're creasing out the way, so everything else is going in except the top short one. So you've kind of got like that. Fold in this bottom one, fold in the next one, and then this last one you're folding out the way. Okay, then we just fold along the short edge, and these are all just going in, so there's no hassle that way. And last one. Nearly. I've still got this wee flat one to do. Right, so I find it easiest to decorate it before I put it all together, because if you're folding it you can see more or less if it's lining up properly. Now I've pre-scored all my stuff. Card I need to pre-score, but paper I don't need to. So I've got a few bits of paper and a wee bit of card, and I'm going to just put them on like that. Okay, so I'm just using double-sided tape, and the lighting's absolutely terrible in here, and I'm sorry about that. See if I can put this light on, if it gives it any better. No, not really. Oh, I don't know what to do with it. Right, but just score tape or double-sided tape up top, and again for the bottom, because it's quite a wide piece of paper. I think this one's about 4 centimetres or something, 3 centimetres maybe. Right, and then I'm just going to burnish it with my blade, because I find it sticks down a lot better when you do it that way. And then I'm just using the tip of my blade to run under and lift it. Okay, and the same with this side. Tiny wee bit underneath, and then just peel it back. There's a wee bit overhang there, so I'll just pull that back on, and there'll be a wee overhang at the other side as well. Just here you'll see it, so I'm just catching it with my finger and then just pulling it in, so you don't notice the overhang at all. Right, so then we're bringing out where scored box, and what I do is start, wait a minute, I see down the bottom. So yeah, I was just checking this was going to be long enough, but it's fine. So I just make sure that the end is lined up quite flush, because all my cuts I know were quite straight. And then it should be near enough perfectly lined up. There we go. And as I said, because that's paper, I haven't pre-scored that, but this one is card, so as you'll see, that is pre-scored. I'll show you on the back, it's maybe easier. So it is pre-scored, just so that when I'm putting it on, I'm not having to force the folds. Just make sure I've got enough double-sided tape. Place it along that, and again just burnish it with my knife. Whoops. Slot it in just underneath. Tiny wee overhang there. Just tuck that in, and then we've got the same at the other side. There's just a wee bit of loose tape, so just make sure that you can catch up with your finger to stop it creasing over, and then just tuck it in. Okay, then we're just lining this one up now. So I'm just putting this kind of halfway. So I'll put it on the score lines, because I know my score lines were all spot on. And that's box decorated, for the most part anyway. I'll put the label on last. Right, so then we're just, these bottom ones that are undecorated, this bigger squares, we need to cut up each of these, because they're the base of our box. So just cut up. You don't need to notch these, although I do notch one, which will be the last one that I'm going to tuck in, because I feel that just sticks out just a wee bit too much usually. Right, but I do that at the end, so I'm not worried about that. Turn that part over, because we need to put, that's where we're going to put our box together. So just a bit of double-sided tape, and this tape is super sticky, so I don't have any problems with it coming loose or anything. And if it did, I would just add a tiny wee bit of hot glue to hold it. But to be honest, I don't think I'm going to have that problem, because it is honestly so super sticky, this one. Right, so we'll just fold that part in now, and then fold this part in and overlay them so that they stick down perfectly. Okay, and that's us got this tubing style. Okay. And then we're going to put our flaps in. So the bottom flap, I put one in, okay, and then I just add bits of sticky tape to the bottom. You don't have to, you only really need to do it to the last one, but I just find I want it extra secure, because if it's going in a kiddie's Halloween bag, it's going to get bashed about a bit, and I don't want the box to break open on them. Because I want them to have a nice surprise when they get home and they pull out all their stuff. They've got a special box that they can open, and it just gives them that wee extra something, doesn't it? Because they all get that many sweets and stuff. So I've just put one bit of sticky tape on this. Put your hand inside the box so that you can make sure it's stuck properly, and then just stick it down. Just light pressure, you don't need to hard compress it. Right, then this one here, I'm going to notch just ever so slightly. Okay, and again just a bit of score tape or double-sided tape, whatever you want to call it, and you can put it on whatever way you like. I'm just going to do this as a crisscross. As I said, it's just for an extra bit of support. You don't even really need it, but I want to make sure that these boxes stay intact as long as possible anyway. So just another wee cross across it. Sorry, that's really hard to see, but so you've got a wee cross there you can see with double-sided tape. So again, put your hand inside your box and then just gently flip that in and give it a wee rub over. Okay, and you'll see it's looking really neat. There's no any overhangs at either end, and then your last flap's going in. Okay, so I put on this one, I'll be putting it round the 3 loose edges so that it doesn't come undone. Alright, so I'll put the top one on first, and then I'll put the second 2 on, so that if they're overlapping they're not going to affect anything. So that's the first one down. Tuck that wee bit of glue in, and the same with the other side. And these sides will be a bit shorter with the tape. There we go, that's one bit of tape down. And my second bit, and as I said, it doesn't need to be perfect, it's only to keep the box closed. And then you're just putting your hand inside the box again and flipping that up and just giving it a good wee press round about, and you'll see it's stable all the way around. Perfect. For the top, to close it over, put your fingers in the centre of the box, just about there, okay, either side. Put your back fingers on this part and your thumbs on the front. Oops. So you've got your thumbs there, back fingers there, and fingers in the middle, and then all you've got to do is push them in and then pull these 2 parts together. Okay, and while you're doing that, kind of push it down a wee bit as well so that you get the milk box shape. Right, and then what I do is just give this a wee bend a few times, because I'm then going to use my crocodile to make holes for my ribbon. So to put that on, I've got to put it at an angle, like, I'll just show you this way first. You've got to put it at an angle so it'll fit on. If you do it up the way, this bottom part here stops it, so it can only be cut at an angle. So I'm just cutting it, let me see, a wee hole there, and a wee hole there. And if they're not perfectly even, don't worry about it. I'm sure the kids will not even notice. What am I doing now? Oh, so a bit of red ribbon. I don't know if that'll be large enough. Might be. So I'm just going to snip it into an angle. Or will I? No, because my fabric scissors are away downstairs. So I'm just going to push this through both sides. Okay, and then do the same with the other side. Push your ribbon right through the holes. Alright. and then just tie a knot. But you just need to make sure that your box is staying closed, alright, because it's sometimes got a wee habit of opening up a bit. Just keep making sure it's closed tight so that the shape doesn't change. Oops, there's it. Just make this bow a bit tidier. I'm rubbish at bows. Right, that'll do it now. And as I said, my bow's not perfect, but I will trim the edges of that obviously. Then I've got my wee images here. So I think I'll use this wee she-devil. And if you'll notice, there is sparkle. I've used Winka Stella in black. I've not even got it round about me. A wink of Stella in black for the hairband and for the wings at the back. So it just gives it a nice wee bit of sparkle. A couple of bits of double-sided tape on the back of here. You could use wet glue, but I don't want to be here all day, so I'm trying to kind of do it as quick as possible. Because Jaden was trying to help me last night and I got 1,000,001 questions. What you putting them in? Who are they all for? Am I getting one? What man am I getting on my ticket? Oh, I could have strangled him. Right, and then all we're doing there, oops, take that double-sided, is just looking at the bottom and kind of trying to centre it. And again, it's for kids, don't go over the top about it, and then just stick it down. Okay, and that's you. Got a lovely wee Halloween treat box that's so simple to make, absolutely a doddle, and it's just super smart. I mean, you could do these in a smaller size for wedding favours. You could do them in a smaller size for your Christmas tree. Put a wee number on the front and hang them on the tree instead of an advent calendar. It's up to you. But I just think that they were really nice. They're a good size and I love them. And I can see them popping up all over the shop this year. Anyway, thanks for watching and I hope you've been inspired. Take care for now. Bye.